far as I can see, you did pretty well. If you look at the PDF, you know, that's a hip and uh, gable. This gable's missing, but this gable's beginnings of that are there. Now I can tell from the drawing that this pitch back here over the porch, uh, well, yeah, you can see the way this roof ties in here on over the porch, that it's a lower pitch than the rest of the house. Oh, wait a minute, I now see, I didn't see this before. Okay, it's supposed to be 312. See right there, it says 312. And you've got it set to 812. So you're already defeated right there. You have to go to the roof tab, and this pitch here over that wall needs to be set to 3. Oh, you've got auto rebuild roofs on. Okay. And I guess it rebuilt somewhat. Yeah, okay, it's 312 now. Let's take a look at the PDF again. And you can see that this line here is straight. There's no hip there. But we have a hip here, and that's because you don't have this wall programmed properly. So open it, go to the roof tab, and it should say full gable wall. If you look in the reference, I'm not making this up, if you look in the reference manual, that's what it says to do. And see, now that straightened that out. And we have a 312 roof here. Let's go back to the PDF. I can't see the walls underneath. Oh, maybe that's the wall underneath, but we got this even overhang. And because we have dissimilar pitches here, we have 812 here and 312 here, this overhang is longer to match up the fascia top heights. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. Now we got some junk over here going on. There's probably what this is caused by different settings in the room dialog boxes. Let's see what this one is. You got a 10-foot ceiling. Okay, let's see what you set up in edit default settings, floors, excuse me. Oop. You're telling the software over here to have 8-foot ceilings, but you apparently want a 10-foot ceiling here. So you're confusing the software. If you're going to have a 10-foot, before I wreck the whole thing, let's check. Oh, let me check over here and see what you set it to. Yeah, see, it's 8 foot here, 10 foot here, and your PDF doesn't show that. I see no evidence of varying ceiling height in this schematic here. Let's see what these are supposed to be. 812, 812, 812. Okay. And these dormers, since they this is this little roof here is probably a 312 as well, and dormers won't automatically produce across the line of differing pitches, so these would have to be done manually. So everything's 812 looks like. Okay. See, being a long-time user and so forth, I wouldn't mess a lot with the automatic tools, and I would just look at the drawing and fix it. But that all of these unwanted roof planes in here are caused by the ceiling in this room being set to 10 feet, and I bet if I check this closet or this room here, it's probably set to 8 feet. Yeah, it's following the defaults, and that's what's causing all of this gobbledygook here. If you want most of the ceiling heights to be 10 feet, then you set the default to 10 feet. Let's see what this one says. Now you have to make up your mind, and the best way to, I'm going to assume that you meant 10 feet for the whole house. I'm going to assume that. I don't know that. We'll go to default settings, floor, and set the default to what apparently you were trying to do. So otherwise you have the software as an opponent, and you want its default set the way you want. See, that already cleared up some of that stuff. Now it created some other problems. Let's see what this is set to. Okay. I'm just checking the ceiling height settings. Okay, those are all the same. It's always settings that cause outcomes. Okay. So over this wall, we want probably a 312. I'm guessing. Your drawing doesn't say, but I'm guessing it's not 812. It's going to be 312. That already straightened it out some. Although this 312 doesn't go all that distance. And there's supposed to be a gable here. Oh, you got it marked full gable. Good for you. It's just the software. This is a little bit too complicated for the software to produce automatically. Now, why don't we got this going on? What does this say? Okay, that cleared that up. Let me go back to the PDF. Okay, so this is 812. Yeah, okay. Now why did it split up over here? Oh, I see. All right. I'm just going to manipulate this. We'll turn off auto rebuild roofs, and I'll just shape it like the drawing shows. Now this needs to be perpendicular parallel up to that wall. I'm going to go back here and look at this. So this 812 comes over in here, and okay. We'll take this 812 here, and let's see. This 312 here doesn't go that high. It stops down here. So let me check the PDF again. Yeah, that's just a tiny little thing in there. We got an 812 in here, and we'll probably have to just draw it. So we got this 312 here. Let me get that out of there. Because your drawing just shows that it's a little rectangle. It doesn't tie in like it's tried to automatically do here. And what I'm doing is from experience and study and so forth. I've just been doing this for over 20 years, so I look at something and I know what to do. And when you're learning the software, when I was learning the software, that wasn't like that. I suffered. Let's see, let me go back to this. It looked like to me that this roof plane here probably bears out here. I'm just guessing. So we'll go over here and we'll draw one that bears there. This ought to be 812. Yeah, okay, 12. And this one, let's see. This edge should tie into the adjacent edge over here. You know, like that. Okay, it goes that way. So this one here then wraps around. Okay. So this, oh, here, I finally got it. Take this over now. This strip plane ties into the edge of this one. This one. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. That's it. This is the 312, isn't it? No, it's 812. This is a 312. Yeah, okay. So I got screwed up again. Okay, now this bad boy ties in over here to the left, like that. Use a break line tool to break that off and bring this edge back. And so let me see what this is. For a new person, this would be impossible to do. It's kind of hard for me to do. Now we got half a gable here and a half a gable here. And I'm just going to draw that manually because the software never, by itself, would never just, quote, figure that out. But this is one half of the gable here. The other half would bear on this wall over here. We'll just click on the tool and draw an 812 right there. And then what you do is you take this one and break it off right about here. And then drag this up. And then this edge connects with this one I just drew to create that gable over this thing here. And we'll come out and meet up with that one. Okay. I'll show you how this is going so far. It's still kind of a mess, but we got the little gable here, big gable here, shed roof here. You can see how it's kind of beginning to form up. Let's see, let me check the PDF again. Yeah, we got this thing tying in triangularly there. So you can see over here, we'll click on this and we'll move this breakpoint over here, right there, and take this breakpoint and just snap it up here. And that completes that part of the roof. We got our shed. That's roughly how it's supposed to be. See, I don't have all the data, so this is going to be a little rough looking. Now, let's go back to the PDF. This roof plane here, I've been working on starting it. I've got it tied in. Yeah, see, there it is there. It's not exactly how it goes, but it's just to get things started. And we're going to notch it right in here, which is kind of indicated by the PDF. You can see that it's notched right here. I just haven't done that yet. And this side ties in here and here. Okay. So to this edge here. Now, this edge here wasn't there before, so now that it is there, I should be able to get a connect on that. Okay, whenever the join roofs tool doesn't work, you just try it again. Okay, we got a partial compliance there. See, we're beginning to get this line here. And part of the reason is this rectangle is in the wrong shape. It needs to be a triangle. I just know that from experience. Now with it shaped like that, it'll probably connect. Yeah. Okay, so we're moving along. Now I need to notch this big roof plane here in the front. I'm going to go back to plan view for that. See, here's this rectangle. I need to straighten up the edges. I didn't notice that they were out of parallel, so we'll fix that. This one looks like it's okay, but I'm going to do it again anyway. Okay, and these go right next to the wall. Now this roof plane that I drew in here, it's right here, we're going to notch this by putting a break. And then, let's see, yeah, I need a second break. There we go, and now we can just drag this up. And this edge here that I just created should connect to this 312. Okay, it didn't connect. I'll try it again. I probably just didn't hold my mouth right. There we go, I got it. Okay, now this edge goes right over the wall. Okay, we'll go back to the overview. Whoops. Let's try that again while I'm watching it. Those two edges ought to join. Oh, it's giving me a bunch of attitude. Huh. This is 312, right? Yeah. This is 812. Yeah. They ought to join. And they ought to join right along in there. Not quite sure why they don't. It's kind of hard in this camera type to tell. There's obviously a mismatch of pitch, and maybe I guess the pitch wrong. Let's look at that in a cross section. And okay, here it is. Yeah, see the 8's up here and the 3's down here, and they're never going to meet. So this must be steeper than 312. And the PDF didn't state what the pitch is there. I can tell from this that there's a shed roof there, but see, what does that say? I can't read that. If I could read this, that would probably explain why I'm having trouble here. So I can see here that there's a notch in the 812, so this has got to be some kind of different pitch. I don't know what would work, I wonder. Let's match that overhang up. Well, the drawing shows that it breaks right there and connects right there. Go back to this overhang, not the other one. Oh wow, it had to be 812, I think. Yeah. Well, all right. Maybe my guess was wrong. I'm going to get rid of that 312 and just fill this in. Let you worry about the actuality of it. I was just trying to do what the drawing was indicating. Okay, now we got some junk. Obviously this roof plane here is wrong. This one is not going to go up all up in the house. It's going to, whoa, boy, that goes all over the place, doesn't it? Yeah, who knew? Okay, so we got to get rid of that. And I'm just going to reshape it so that it's just in the front. Because all this other, the rest of this is just garbage of this roof plane. And the software was doing its best job to try to fix, follow your orders, but it's just a machine. It's not going to be able to figure out overly complicated things. So I'm reshaping this so that it matches the shape of the roof plane in the PDF, which is kind of a rectangular shape. Okay, that's pretty close to what it should be. I'm going to rejoin that because I messed it up a little bit working on it manually. Get rid of that little jog. This should be right dead up against the wall, like that. Okay, we've still got a mess in here. And I gotta fill this. I created a hole that I now have to fix. But overall, it's beginning to look like your house, or look like your drawing. And the best way to do this is just take it a piece at a time. Don't try to, every time you see something wrong, don't chase that, but stay methodical about your work. I created a hole. Now I'm gonna fix this hole. So we'll click on the roof tool and just draw a roof plane. Whoops, I didn't get it in the right place. Let me delete that. Where you draw these roof planes is important, so I'm going to zoom in some so that I get the baseline right on the outer edge of the framing where it's supposed to go. And for this to work out, I have to know what the baseline height is. That's 128 and 15/16. See it there? And this one needs to match. It should automatically match, but I've used the software long enough to know that it doesn't always, so it's a good idea to check it. Now this edge connects to down here, like that. The ridge connects to the other ridge. And then this edge, let's see, let's check the PDF. Oh, I need to zoom out some. Yeah, this edge here connects to this 312, and then we get a little jog there. Okay, so I'm going to start out by just using the join roofs tool along the edge here, like that. And I know from the drawing that we got a jog along in here someplace. We'll put a break and then just manually drag this back. To remind me the PDF, yeah, it comes up this way, and then, okay. You want to get it close, and then the join roofs tool will finish it up. Now what is happening over in here? Let's see, that roof plane comes in there, okay. That's this one here. Oh, okay. So this edge is going to connect to that edge, I think. Something like that. And this needs to be notched out for where it connects to the 312, so we'll put a break there, drag it up, and use the join roofs tool to make a ridge there. Yeah. Okay, it's beginning to come together. Okay, let's take a look at the PDF. And we got a shape like that on this roof plane. Let's find that one. That's this one. Let me remind myself what shape it's supposed to have. Okay, bing, bing, okay. So we need to put a break in it right about there. I'm not trying to make it perfect in the camera view, but just get it close enough where the join roofs tool can function. Okay, that didn't work. And this one here comes up and is flat. That's this one. What is it flat to? That, okay, that. So this one needs to come out. Oh, wait a minute. Boy, it doesn't go all the way over there. Yeah. I'm going to take this and wrap it over. Is that what that ties to? I'm talking to myself, don't worry about it. This one comes up and forms another little ridge there. Okay. It's not going to follow that angle. It probably breaks there and then comes back. Well, he's don't feel too bad though. This is giving me headaches. Okay, that one comes up. Yeah. Whenever you get that error message, it's because you've got some more manual editing to do, that's all. So that one comes up. That's this one. I got that coming up like that. It's not quite right. So I need a that. Okay. Probably easier if I did the PDF and then plan view. Oh, that dialog that just came up, I never use it. In all these many decades I've been using software, I've never found a good use for that. Let's see this. This shape is wrong. Yeah, it comes back. Okay. So this one has the wrong shape. That's usually the cause. Okay, and that one comes. Okay. Let's try that. Let's move it over there and then try the join roofs tool and see if it'll join. Okay, it did. Good. Okay, this ridge got deformed, so we'll put that back. So from there, it goes off at that angle. This one goes up here like that. That was the wrong shape. It's got to conform to that shape as well. Okay. That goes over here. This goes over here. It's kind of like a puzzle. Okay. Now that edge ought to join to this edge. And it did. When you get it close, it just pops right together. There we go. We're almost done. See? Now we just have a tiny little hole in the roof. And this edge here probably connects to this edge. Okay, and then I've seen this kind of thing before. Now this is pretty straightforward. We just have to put a break here and pull this to make a triangular hole like that. And then this one will fill the triangular hole by putting a hinge point here, and we're done. Now, we're not totally done, and that all this stuff needs to have its edges joined, otherwise it's kind of ugly looking. Just keep in mind that the software is just a tool, and you have to learn how to use the tool to get your jobs done. But that's I mean, that's a fair rendition. This is not clearly shown on the drawing, so that was, as you saw in the video, that was a guess on my part, but the rest of it is very close to the drawing. And if you're going to set, if the entire house has a 10-foot ceiling, you have to go over to Edit Default Settings, Floor, first, before you build roofs, ideally, and make sure that this is set where you want it. Now, after the roofs are built, and you can lower the ceilings in places, if you don't want 10-foot ceilings throughout the house, after the roofs are built, then you can set up the roofs, I mean the ceiling heights however you want, and the roofs will stay put. Okay, well, that was quite a bit rougher than I thought it was going to be, but I figured it out, and I hope this helps you. Thank you.